What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here once again, and I'm back from my WWE Survivor Series 2018 predictions. Now, Survivor Series is WWE's yearly November pay-per-view, and it happens this Sunday, live and exclusively on the WWE Network from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. Now, this year's Survivor Series theme is just like last year's. It's Raw vs. SmackDown for brand supremacy. Now, we all know last year Raw won that brand supremacy, so this year SmackDown is looking to even the odds. Now, this card is absolutely stacked. We got 8 fantastic matches, and 1 title is going to be on the line. So I'm very excited to do my Survivor Series predictions for you guys this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Survivor Series after our last WWE pay-per-view, which a lot of people, including myself, would like to forget this pay-per-view even ever happened, which was Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. We went 4-2. So our overall record coming in is 161, 80-1. So we're coming in hot. We haven't had a losing record in a while, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways. We're on a 9 pay-per-view winning streak. Hopefully in this video we make it number 10. Now, we do have a lot of videos that are going to be up on the channel today and possibly this week, so hopefully you guys will be able to watch all of these videos. As always, show your support by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your brand, Raw or SmackDown, in the comments section down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel, it's a first time viewing this now, and this is your first video, boy, you picked to go in if you're a huge WWE fan like myself, and you're ready for this year's Survivor Series. Welcome to the Dangerous Lines. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is 2. Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Let's start off with the women's traditional SmackDown vs. Raw Tag Team Elimination matchup. Now, on the Raw side, they are captained by the former 5-time Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, and we do not know who the Raw Women's team is going to be, but we'll know on Raw. But I can take a guess. It's going to be Mickie James, Alicia Fox, either Bayley, Sasha Banks, or Natalya. Either Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, or Ruby Riott, Ember Moon, and one of those women. But we will find out who is going to be Team Raw on Monday. Then on your side, you have their opponents representing the SmackDown Live Women's Division, captained by the former SmackDown Women's Champion. She is the Queen Charlotte Flair, and her team consisting of Carmella, former SmackDown Women's Champion, former SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi, Sonya Deville, and the woman that helped Raw win last year's traditional Survivor Series tag team match for the women's division, for the Raw Women's Division, the former undefeated Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Now, last year, Asuka was the sole survivor. She beat 2 women on SmackDown to help Raw win that matchup. So now we go back, we fast forward a year, and now she's on SmackDown, and she is less dominant now. Ever since she lost to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, all the steam is gone off of her. I mean, if you heard that rumor that she's not getting pushed because she doesn't speak good English, like, really, WWE, that's your excuse that you completely buried the most dominant woman in wrestling just because she doesn't speak good English? Pretty sad, WWE. Pretty damn sad. So coming from me in this first SmackDown vs. Raw Women's Traditional Survivor Series Tag Team Elimination match, I'm going to go with the SmackDown women of Carmella, Naomi, Sonya Deville, Asuka, and Charlotte Flair to defeat the Raw Women's team. And now the next matchup. It is a SmackDown vs. Raw Champion vs. Champion match between the mid-card champions. On one side, he is the Intercontinental Champion, the best thing on Monday Night Raw every Monday night. He has elevated that title to new heights as the title on Raw every Monday. And every time his music hits, you know it's time to. He is the architect. He is the Kingslayer, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent is SmackDown's United States Champion, a former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, a former leader of Chaos. He is the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, this is a first ever meeting. These two have never met one-on-one in a WWE ring before. And it's crazy. It's the artist versus the architect. This is the King of Strong Style versus the King Slayer. This one's going to be a fantastic champion versus champion match. Now, if you remember last year, Baron Corbin helped SmackDown beat then Intercontinental Champion The Miz. So SmackDown's looking to go up 2-0 against the Intercontinental Champions on Monday Night Raw. Now, starting off with Seth Rollins, he's coming in with a lot of emotions. I mean, his best friend Dean Ambrose turning on him, which he kind of deserved, and Roman Reigns forfeiting the Universal title to battle leukemia. And again, best wishes to the big dog. But Seth Rollins has been on a roller coaster ride coming into this match. I mean, I just do not see him being on his game here. I mean, yes, he's a fantastic Intercontinental Champion, and he's definitely put that belt as the top belt on Raw, but his focus is on Dean Ambrose. Ever since that attack the night Roman Reigns had to leave and battle leukemia, they won the tag team titles, and then Dean Ambrose finally turned heel. Of all nights to do it, he does it that night. And ever since then, Rollins has been asking, why? Really, Seth? Why? Look in the mirror. 4 years ago, who started this whole damn thing? It was you, Seth. And the fans are saying Dean Ambrose sold out? No, Seth Rollins sold out first. Dean Ambrose saw the light and attacked the man that ended that amazing three-man team 4 years ago. But the fact that WWE is saying that Dean sold out is borderline ridiculous. So I don't know if Seth Rollins' head is going to be in this match. Then you have the United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura, who's really been irrelevant. I mean, this guy is a former NXT champion, a former IWGP Intercontinental and Heavyweight champion, and he's just been irrelevant. He's defended the belt not often as I thought he would. He's not elevating the belt. I mean, he's barely on SmackDown every Tuesday, and I just feel so sad that Nakamura was on the top of the world in NXT, and then when he came to the WWE, he lost every WWE title match he was in, and now he's holding a belt that is almost meaningless, and it's sad. So coming from me, in this first ever dream matchup between the United States Champion and the Intercontinental Champion this year, I think Dean Ambrose is definitely going to get involved. I can feel Ambrose getting involved when you least expect it. He always shows up, and I think he's going to cost Seth Rollins here. So I'm going to take Shinsuke Nakamura to defeat Seth Rollins. And now the next matchup. It is for the Cruiserweight Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight title, and he's looking to win his first ever singles title in the WWE. He is the ever-talented Mustafa Ali. And Mustafa Ali is challenging the reigning and defending Cruiserweight champion. He is the juggernaut Buddy Murphy. Now, starting off with Mustafa Ali, he won a #1 contenders matchup against Tony Nese to earn this shot, and this is another big opportunity for Mustafa Ali. His last shot at the Cruiserweight title, you got to go all the way back to April at WrestleMania this past year. So he's been waiting a long time for this opportunity, and he's had Buddy Murphy's number. If you remember, their no disqualification matchup a couple months ago on 205 Live, a lot of people said that was the best match on television. Ali has had Buddy Murphy's number, and he's looking to finally win his first ever singles title. Down here's how you have Buddy Murphy coming in as the reigning champion. This is his first title defense since beating Cedric Alexander in Australia in October at the Super Showdown, and he's looking to make his first title defense a successful one. And he has been damn impressing. He has been damn impressing on 205 Live. Like the physique he's been in. I love the name, the Juggernaut. As an X-Man fan, I love it. And Buddy Murphy's looking to make his first title defense a successful one. So coming from me in this matchup for the Cruiserweight title, I'm going to take Buddy Murphy to retain the Cruiserweight title and defeat a very good Mustafa Ali. And now the next matchup. It is another SmackDown vs. Raw champion versus champion match, and it's all about the tag team champs. On one side, representing Raw, they are the brand new Raw tag team champions. They are accompanied by 205 Live general manager Drake Maverick. They are Akam and Razor, the AOP. And their opponents, representing SmackDown, they are the reigning SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. They are accompanied by the 7-foot-tall, 500-pound Big Show. They are the Swiss Superman Cesaro and the Celtic Warrior Sheamus, The Bar. Now, what a difference a year makes. Last year, the Bar were the Raw Tag Team Champions, and this year they're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And SmackDown is looking to be 2-0 against the Raw Tag Team Champions. The Usos won last year, and the Bar have a chance to make it 2 for 2 for the SmackDown brand against the Raw Tag Team division. Now, AOP just won the tag team titles last week on Raw in Manchester in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Seth Rollins. So this is their first tag team titles in the WWE, former NXT tag team champions, and we all know they were damn near impossible to beat one-on-one. They had to lose in a triple threat match just to have them drop the belts. And AOP with the tag team titles just makes the Raw tag team division almost obsolete because there's not really any competition against them. Then on your side, you have the Bar coming in as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions 5 times over. Former 4-time Raw Tag Team Champions. So they know how to represent their brand. They represented Raw last year. This time they're representing SmackDown. So, and they're looking to show that
we don't just set the bar. We are the bar.
In the tag team division in the WWE. So coming from me in this SmackDown vs. Raw champion versus champion match, I'm gonna go with the Authors of Pain to defeat the Bar. And now the next matchup. It is a 10-on-10 Raw vs. SmackDown tag team elimination matchup. On one side, representing the Raw team, which we will know on Raw this week. It's going to be 5 teams, so I kind of think we already know it's going to be the B team, the Revival, the Ascension, Groot and Gable, and Slater and Rhino. And their opponents representing the SmackDown Tag Team Division, captained by the former 6-time SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, and their team consisting of, as of right now, the New Day and 3 other tag teams. Now, those 3 other tag teams could obviously be the Good Brothers, Sanity, possibly the Bludgeon Brothers, or the Colognes. Now, this is only the 4th 10-on-10 tag team elimination match at Survivor Series. I mean, they haven't done a 10-man tag team matchup in 2 years. And the last time they had a 10-man tag, Raw defeated SmackDown. So this is SmackDown's chance to end a 2-year drought against the Raw tag teams. Now, let's just say it right now. The Raw tag team division is shit. Let's be honest, it's a bunch of jobbers. And I hate to say that about Bobby Roode, but he's now a jobber. And I pray to God they turn him heel real quick, because I'm tired of this Gable and Roode stuff. The Revival's nowhere near the team I saw in NXT. The Ascension are just jobber tag teams. Rhino and Slater, even though they're the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions, are jokes. And the Raw Tag Team Division is an absolute job squad, and that should be just called the Raw Tag Teams Division. It's the job squad. They're going to job to the Authors of Pain every week, and they're going to make the Authors of Pain look like weak-ass champions. Then on your side, you have the SmackDown Tag Team Division, which is pretty damn solid. I mean, you got the Bar, you got the Usos, you got the New Day, you got Sanity, you got the Good Brothers, you got a very deep tag team division on SmackDown Live, and this matchup could be a complete sweep. So coming from me in the 4th ever 10-on-10 Survivor Series Tag Team Elimination match, I am taking the SmackDown team of the New Day, the Usos, Good Brothers, Sanity, Bludgeon Brothers, or the Colognes to defeat the Raw Job Squad. And now the next matchup, and this is the one I've been waiting for. It's a one-on-one dream match. It's champion versus champion. It's all about the women's champions. On one side, she is the Raw Women's Champion. She is the former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. She is a UFC Hall of Famer. And she is the baddest woman on the planet. She is Rowdy Ronda Rousey. And her opponent is the reigning SmackDown Live Women's Champion. The best damn thing on SmackDown Live every week for the women's division. She is the man. She is the Irish ass kicker, Becky Lynch. Now, this is a one-on-one dream matchup. It's the battle of the arm bars. It's Ronda Rousey's arm bar versus Becky Lynch's disarmer. Now, starting off with Ronda Rousey, this is maybe her biggest test since Alexa Bliss when she won the Raw Women's title. This is maybe her toughest test as the Raw Women's Champion. She's representing Raw, and she's looking to end SmackDown Live's 1-year winning streak against the Raw Women's Champion. Alexa Bliss lost last year to Charlotte. So Ronda Rousey is Raw's one chance to end the 1-year losing streak against the SmackDown Women's Champion. Now, Ronda Rousey's got the best damn armbar in the business. She's coming off her successful title defense against Nikki Bella at Evolution, and with Nia Jax winning that Battle Royal, she is next in line for that Raw Women's title. So Ronda Rousey cannot afford to get hurt with Nia Jax waiting in the wings with Tamina Snuka at TLC in December. Then here's how you have Becky Lynch, who coming off her amazing last woman standing matchup against Charlotte, winning and retaining the belt. She has been on fire. These two have gone back and forth on Twitter, with Becky absolutely owning Ronda Rousey with each and every tweet. And Becky Lynch has completely changed her attitude, and people love it, including myself. You cannot boo her. She's so damn good on the mic, you can't boo her. She is savage sometimes, and people love it. And I love it too, because she is the Queen Slayer. Even though Charlotte did defeat Asuka at WrestleMania, Becky beat Charlotte in a last woman standing matchup, which makes her the man and the Queen Slayer. So coming from me in this huge champion versus champion match between the women's champions, oh man, neither girl can take an L here. I mean, really, none of these women can take an L in this matchup, but somebody has to. So coming from me, as much as I love Becky Lynch, there ain't no way in hell Ronda Rousey is losing a matchup against somebody who has a solid armbar against her armbar. So coming from me, I am taking Rowdy Ronda Rousey to defeat Becky Lynch in a damn good match. And now the next matchup. It is a SmackDown vs. Raw champion versus champion match, and it's about the world champions. On one side, he is, once again, if you can believe it, folks, the first ever two-time Universal Champion. He will be accompanied by his advocate, Paul Heyman. He is the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Why? And Brock Lesnar's opponent is the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Champion. He has been champion for one solid year, the greatest WWE champion since CM Punk. And if you know his music, his old music from TNA, you know who I'm talking about. He is
the phenomenal Aj-Lesnar!
Now, these two met last year at Survivor Series, and maybe Brock Lesnar's best match in the company in a long time. A solid 15-minute matchup, and AJ Styles pushed Brock Lesnar to the limit. He even had him in a calf crusher, but lost to Brock Lesnar in the end. So this is AJ's chance at revenge. Now, starting off with Brock Lesnar. The fact that at Crown Jewel, WWE had Vince McMahon just shove, put everybody like just. I can't even fathom how pissed I was when this happened at Crown Jewel. Brock Lesnar winning back the Universal title. You went from a champion that was going to defend it every week in Roman Reigns. He had to forfeit it to battle leukemia. You had one fucking chance to give the title to Braun Strowman, and you would have the Universal Championship every week on Monday Night Raw. But Vince McMahon had to get down on his knees and suck Brock's dick once again, and they just gave it to Brock. I mean, it was a complete burial to Braun Strowman. He had one offensive move in that whole match, a kick. That's it. And he took 5 F5s and took the burial, and people were pissed. I was watching the pay-per-view, and people were just like pissed. Like they were saying, I'm canceling the network. They jobbed Strowman, which they obviously did. That just proves WWE don't give a shit about the fans. That they had to give it back to a man that we're not going to see in the next 4 months. He's going to hold the belt for another some years. They only gave him the belt so he can get challenged by Daniel Cormier in the UFC. That's just the fact that they absolutely lost whatever mind they had left to give it back to Brock Lesnar. It is just insane. I could not believe it, and it's a joke to WWE just to give it back to him because he was a joke of a Universal Champion. And the fact they gave it back to him just because, it's just pathetic. They have lost their minds or what's left of it. Then you have the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, coming in as a champion for 1 full year. I mean, what a year it's been for the phenomenal one. Yes, he's had some par matches against Shinsuke Nakamura. The Samoa Joe matchups were pretty solid, but it was not really competitive. His match against Daniel Bryan on SmackDown was pretty solid for the WWE title, and then he beat Samoa Joe again. His title reign has been not as great as I thought, but, I mean, the matches he has had has been pretty solid, especially with Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan in that one match. But, I mean, he is what I think he's. If he can get past the Royal Rumble, he would pass CM Punk's record of 434 days as WWE champion, which I wouldn't have any problem having AJ Styles break that record. If anybody can break that record, is AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. So coming from me in this much anticipated rematch between these two, it's much. As much as I want AJ Styles to get his revenge here, there ain't no way in hell WWE is going to do that. You just know it. WWE is so far up Brock's ass, they're going to damn sure make sure he's not going to lose a match until like WrestleMania. So coming from me, I don't like it, but it's going to happen. I'm taking Brock Lesnar or Bork Lesnar to defeat AJ Styles. Ugh. And now the main event. It is the men's Raw vs. SmackDown 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination matchup for brand supremacy. On one side, representing Raw with team captain, the acting general manager of Monday Night Raw, the manager of this team, he is Constable Baron Corbin. And this Raw team consisting of, as of right now, Dolph Ziggler, the man who a lot of people think will be the next Universal Champion, the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. You have the man who was shafted and buried at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia against Brock Lesnar, and he is coming in pissed. And this is the wrong person to be pissing off. He is the monster among men, and if you know who it is, it's Strowman! And the two final spots on the Raw team will be determined on Raw. And their opponents representing SmackDown with co-captains, the former leader of the Yes Movement and not the former leader of the Yes Movement, he is the leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan, and his co-captain, the former 8-time Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. And their team consisting of Rey Mysterio Jr., the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe, and the winner of the self-proclaimed World Cup Tournament and the self-proclaimed best in the world, Shane McMahon. Now, last year there was not a lot of cracks on the SmackDown team. There was a lot of cracks on the Raw team, but this year's the men's tag team elimination matchup, there's cracks on both teams, especially on Monday Night Raw, because the fact that Braun Strowman has to be teamed up with the man who claymored him not once but twice, Drew McIntyre, a man he doesn't like in Dolph Ziggler, and the man who easily cost him the Universal title against Brock Lesnar and Baron Corbin as the team captain. And the two empty spots could definitely be Bobby Lashley, and the final spot could be Finn Balor or Kurt Angle. But the fact that they're putting Braun Strowman in against guys he does not like, and people and this team doesn't like Braun Strowman back, makes this Raw tag team, this Raw men's team, completely fractured. I mean, there's cracks within cracks within cracks. And then on the other side, you have the SmackDown team, and you got a team that's co-captained by two guys who hate each other, The Miz and Daniel Bryan. You have Samoa Joe, who attacked Daniel Bryan after his title loss to AJ Styles a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. And then you have Shane McMahon. I'm sorry, there's a lot other people that they could have added to this SmackDown team. I mean, they could have added Randy Orton, who has a lot of experience in these tag team elimination matchups. They could have added Rusev, but they added the guy who took the L for SmackDown last year, and that was Shane McMahon, and he's coming in as the self-proclaimed best in the world. Right, please. I mean, that was just, that whole tournament was a farce. Just to have Shane McMahon win it and finally turned Shane McMahon a heel commissioner. Stupid. Just far-fetched and stupid. They were grasping at straws at that decision. I mean, just stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Just like that whole show was. Just complete idiocy and just a fucking clusterfuck. So coming from me in the main event matchup to see who will have brand supremacy this year, I like the SmackDown team, but there's cracks. There's cracks with Daniel and Miz. They don't work well together. Samoa Joe doesn't like Daniel Bryan. Miz just doesn't like Daniel Bryan. And honestly, the SmackDown team is pretty good, but I mean, you're going against Braun Strowman. Nobody could even put him down for a 3 count at last year at Survivor Series. You really think anybody on this SmackDown team is going to put him down for a 3 count? I don't think so. So coming from me in this matchup, I am taking Raw to once again win the brand supremacy match and defeat Team SmackDown 4-3. And those are my Survivor Series 2018 predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning between Raw and SmackDown? What's your final score? And as always, and represent your brand in the comment section. If you're a Raw fan, let me know what the final score will be and hashtag it with Raw. And if you're a SmackDown fan like myself, been a fan since 1999, use the hashtag SmackDown and tell me what the final score will be if SmackDown can knock off Raw this year. Let me know who you got between AJ and Brock Lesnar. Who do you have between Nakamura and Seth Rollins? And who do you have between Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey? Let me know in the comment section below your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about them. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. And I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys later today for another big video. Later days, guys, and peace.